Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Woo! It's Friday, baby. All day long. Can't wait. Super excited. I don't know about you folks, but it's been a great week. It's been a fun week to trade together, hasn't it? If you're with me here in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Vibe Trade, Shelly, Ferrari, Phil, LG, Gary, SW, Druss, Julius, Black Lung Flyer, Jim, Fran, Amateur Genius, Sunny Dude, Phoenix, The Crispy Man, Charlie FX, Vadim, Brian, Wesley. Good morning, Becker, Big Sexy, Kelvin, Dr. Kelvin. What's up? Crafty Futures, Viet, Rhodey, Valentine, JB, Broccoli. Good morning to you all. Good morning to you, Trader Page, Glockman, Gringo El Diablo. Hopefully the new fasting rules are going well for you, Gringo. More Dylan, Alex, Junaid, Raymond. Good morning. How's it going? HD Fid, Trade to Win Now, Corgo, Last Click, J Sim, Dips, DYD, Creativity. Good morning, Fruits of Deeds, Pharaoh, Von Micros, Carmen, Don, J-Bay, Q Mendez, The Video Kingdom, Josh, Hemp Chat, Sophia, Justin, John, Yuri, AM. Good morning, Gerardo, JT, Angia, Jose, Cuervo. Day trading is real. Chris, True Trades, Marshall, TMP3, Catalina, Ben, Session Flow, Trader Z, Trader DZ. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Rhino. Good morning. What's up, Caleb? KG Dana, Dave 99. More JQ. Crafty Future says, I just want to say that I'm 5 days sober from energy drinks after 15 years of drinking daily. There you go. Nice job. There's Holy Rips. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good morning. What did I miss from Tennessee, Rob? Oh, good morning to Rips. See, that's how you get brownie points in here. You say what up to Rips Mod. Good morning, Coach. How you doing there, buddy? Good morning, Wise Banana, driving home to trade from work. Very nice. I love how it fits into your schedule. That's awesome. That's very cool. There's always at least a pocket of time to trade. That's what I love about trading futures. They're open 23 hours a day, Monday through Friday. You can count Sunday as well, since they do open at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. 5 days, you deserve an energy drink. Stop it. You know, I quit caffeine. Obviously, didn't quit it. I took a break from caffeine. You don't quit something and you drink a ghost right here. But no, I took a break from caffeine, and I took a break for like 5 months just to see how my body would react. And actually, it was okay. I thought it'd be a lot worse. I was just drinking a lot of water. It was fine. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna be so sluggish and slow and everything." I was fine. It didn't really affect me all that much. But I love coffee. I love caffeine. Sparta Nick says, Rips, did you ever trade with Apex before Top Step? Yes. It's actually the first prop firm I ever traded on. Took a $20,000 payout back in July 2023. Yeah, somewhere around there. I posted it on my timeline back then. But yeah, I took a $20,000 payout, but then I continued trading on Top Step instead of Apex. But that was just a personal choice. I don't have any gripes with any specific firms. If it's working for you, do it. I personally like to trade on Top Step because I think the rules are most conducive for the style of trading that I do. Good morning, HD, Double G. Good morning, good morning. What's the flavor of Ghost this morning? This is Welch's Grape right here. Maybe we go for the Ghost sponsorship over Celsius. I don't know. Celsius, I guess, didn't really have much to say back to us. So... Bro, you ran the show on Top Step TV the other day. Good stuff. It was fun. Andre's the showrunner. He's great at it. He's fantastic. It was a good show. I can't remember if we had good trades or not. I never remember anymore. But it was fun. Coach Hoop said made some money in 6E last night. Probably 3 years since I traded that. How was it? I have not traded. I traded the cable trade. Isn't that's pounds over dollars? What's cable? Pound versus dollar? I'm sure of it, right? GBP over USD is the cable. You wouldn't. Somebody knows this. I'm so bad at FX. Used to use Ghost. Okay, cool. I wasn't wrong. Sometimes I don't trust my memory. Yeah, GBP over USD. Okay, good. That's the last time I traded a currency, I think. It was like 2021 or 2022. Did the Dakota bot the tip? Yeah, I mean, this market this morning has been very interesting. As pointed out by SW to me this morning, we almost hit that prior month high, which is very interesting, right? And we were looking to get the up and over here back to like the prior day low or the daily open, and just kind of ran out of steam underneath the VWAP. We do have some news that's coming out, and we do have some commentary to discuss. Does anybody know why the market rolled over so tremendously yesterday? Does anybody know what was likely to cause the roll in equities that we saw yesterday? Somebody ought to know this pretty quickly, right? Yeah, there you go. SW. First one, right out of the gate. Easy peasy. I do have some notes on all of the important things that he said. Matt Gates vaccine. Close. We're very close. Mainly Powell. I mean, it's never one thing, right? It's a multitude of things, but mainly Powell. Am I going on Top Step TV today? I'm not. Ramezla says, I was short 920 last night, got out at 895, re-entered at 918, got stopped out at 925, and then went down. Yeah, it's going to happen. It depends on how... those are the types of trades, Ramezla, that I would say you want to be trading in the micros and have a much wider stop, because usually if you're trading it in the minis, I don't know what you traded in, but if you're trading in the minis and your stop is like, I mean, it's trade location and it's stop, right? So for instance, let's say you got in here and your stop is like right here. Unfortunately, you get popped out right there. I mean, that's the garbage part, right? You get popped out right there. Very rarely will you get like the perfect execution where you're short here and then like, you know, some people did get it obviously, but you know, you're short here and then you're riding this all the way down. One of the things that I used to get super disappointed about early on in my trading career was like overnight trades. I used to do these all the time, and like, especially like equities. Well, I mean, only in equities, I guess. But I would do trades overnight. Like I'd pick up like the final bout of shares somewhere around like, yeah, like 6, 7 p.m. Eastern time in the equities market in the after hours trade. And then you wake up in the middle of the night and like you see, let's say you were short here and you saw that it went down here and now it's trading here. I get so disappointed that for some reason I didn't close down here, which is silly, right? Unless you're running some type of advanced algorithm, which I wasn't, or you're running some type of trailing stop, which will usually get ticked out. And I don't, you know, trailing stops don't actually work during pre-market or post-market. So that's a whole different conversation. So stops don't work. You can't use stops in the pre-market and aftermarket. So this I'd always be disappointed that I'm like, oh man, that ran against me. But in reality, it's like you got the trade from here to here. That's a fantastic trade. Anyway, never rob yourself of like, if you have a good trade on and you don't get all of the points, right? This could very well roll over. Maybe you're still in it, right? But anyway, good trade, but just try to have wider stops and consider where your trade location is. So usually, like, let's say that you're taking a trade here and your stop would be here. Maybe move your stop to point like B, C, or D. And I understand that's a lot, right? What was the, I forget, what was it that somebody told me? Like, there's like a hotkey to show me like how many points this was. Whatever. Anyway, that would be like, instead of like 895, you're shorting that all the way to 985. I mean, it's a 100-point stop. It's pretty unlikely, but maybe on a micro you're doing it, and the risk reward is kind of tilted. So yeah, it's all about hold, shift, and click. Thank you. So yeah, 75 points. It's all about finding what works for you and your strategy. Don't beat yourself up. At least you took the trade versus like not taking it at all, and it does exactly what you wanted. Then you feel regret for not taking the trade. So how effective is level 2 data for micros? Should I look at minis even though I trade micros? I think yes. I've always, in the same way, like whenever I traded SPY options, I'm watching the S&P for how those SPY options are going to move, because the S&P dictates where SPY is going to move. At least in my opinion. There's obviously some hot ticket debate about that, but yeah, I would be, even if you're trading in the micros, I would be watching the order flow from the minis. Personally, do whatever works for you though. Rips, during your break from trading, how much involvement with the market did you have? Zero. It was a real break. I literally like turned off everything. I left behind some equity in my accounts, but I pulled out a lot of the equity, right? I had really decent amount of money in my accounts, and they weren't yielding any interest. So I put them into an account that yielded interest. And I think I even took a chunk, and I might have bought some CDs, like short-term CDs, like a 3-month CD or something like that. I don't know. It was a time where I wasn't paying attention to the markets. I didn't look at charts. I didn't want to pay attention to anything because I wanted like a clean break, because I woke up every single morning with the idea of like dread, like despair, regret, like depression. Like I would wake up and I like, instead of looking at this as like a gift where it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so lucky that I get to wake up, come down to my cool terminal, and I get to press buttons and I get to be interactive with something that I used to think about all the time when I was a kid. Like instead of having those thoughts, I was like, oh boy, here we go. I'm going to get a couple good trades and then I'm going to blow it all. And then I'm going to get like completely blasted, you know, like that was how I'd be looking at the markets. And that type of mentality is what invited the way that I was trading, which was tilt trading and just feeling like a total piece when I was trading. So getting it completely flushed out of my system, because you have to remember, I tried to take other breaks, right? I tried to take shorter term breaks, and every single time I took a break, I think I'd come back and I think I'd be better. But it was like a more longer term thing where I was like going back into these same patterns of tilt and like over trading, over leveraging, being a little bit more emotional than I should be about my trades, you know? So yeah, just shutting everything off. When I took a 6-month break, I shut everything off. I paid very little attention to the markets, and it renewed and refreshed my yearning for wanting to do this again. And this is years and years ago that I did this, but it really kind of refreshed my fire that I had for the markets. And I realized, like, if I don't take it seriously and I don't act like a grown-up and stop being so emotional about every single little trade result. The thing is like the people who make it in this game long-term, they are disciplined enough to not be emotionally affected by one single trade or one single day, or even a pocket, like a week. Like you just have to be like a duck with water on its back and just let it roll off. That's really like the long-term success, the people who have long-term success. Look at Dakota. Do you think he cares when he loses a trade? Like, he's a fantastic trader. He's very much indifferent when he wins or loses a trade. Obviously, he likes to win like anybody else, but he's very calm and docile whether he wins or loses, right? Good morning from solitary confinement. Blew my XFA, so I'm on self-imposed break, but I love to keep up with what's going on, so I tune in, but no charts. Crazy you're talking about. There you go. Well, again, I mean, I needed an extreme break because I kept falling into the same habits. Like, I think I would be good for a couple weeks, and then it would take like one trade where it was like, it was so emotionally involved for me where I would just get so affected by the trade that I took, and then it would just send me into a spiral. And I'm just being real. Slap Her Ask says $5, 14K withdrawal and approval overnight. That's 28,000 tatas at the strip club if you're into math. Very nice. Congratulations on 28,000 tatas. Very, very nice. When we stop acting like 2-year-olds and throwing tantrums, we truly grow up. I mean, there's a lot of truth in that statement. There's a lot of truth in that statement. Congratulations there to Slap Her Ask. Very, very nice. I wish there was an easier way to say your name without saying something else. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I share my own experience. Everybody's different, right? Just because I went on tilt and I couldn't shake my tilt doesn't mean that you're going to be in the same experience. But I know that a lot of people deal with this in the same way that I did, where I would over leverage and try to get things back. And sometimes it would work. But like the times that it doesn't, you sit there after you're completely just blasted on something. Right? I had a day where I was so stubborn with Tesla. I lost about $90,000 in Tesla in one single session. It was like, I probably traded for like 3 hours, and I was so stubborn doing this. I lost $90,000, and like that's nowhere near my biggest loss, but it's just like this one sticks out a lot because it's like you're acting like a moron. Like, what are you doing? Like after it's all said and done, like when that bell finally rings, obviously there's after hours, but I didn't trade it because I was so exhausted. But that bell rings and you're sitting there and you're like, dude, I just want to go back. Like, I want to go back and I want to do it differently now that I'm here now. And like when you're in the here and now, you feel like you're just in the dumps. And there's very little that comes from that moment that is a positive thing at the time. But looking back on it, it is a positive thing because if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't have been so extreme in what I was trying to do to retool my emotions and when I'm trading, right? And there's so many times, Like another one was like Netflix earnings. I lost $108,000 in 20 seconds. And it was foolish of what I did. I was up like, I wasn't up a ton that day. I was up like $7,000 to $9,000 that day when I was day trading, and Netflix had earnings. And I was like, you know what? I'm in the pocket today. I generally wouldn't size up too much on this. And then it got away from me. And it was like, it was a momentum trade. I was literally shorting and they filled me the bottom tick. And then I got out, they popped me out like almost 75% higher of this extension. And then I went long and then immediately it reversed. So basically they filled me at the long tick. And this was all within 20 seconds. It was just like boom, 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 boom. And then I flattened and I'm looking there and I'm like, dude, what the heck was that? Like the fastest I've ever lost money trading, I think, is that moment because it was 20 seconds. And, I've lost more in poker pots. Obviously, I've lost more in if you're looking at a full day of trading. But that one stuck out because it's like you're just sitting there and you're like, it's a 20-second time period and you're just sitting there after the fact and you're like, dude, what in the world is that? Like, what in the world is that? Like, it's horrible. It just feels horrible. And there's literally nothing that you can do. And it's like, you're sitting there and it's like all of that money's just gone now. And there's like nothing that you can do to rewind that time. So you just feel like an absolute moron. Lord Woodslinger says, thanks for opening up like that. Can definitely relate. Yeah, I'm sure that at some level we can all relate to that. I've done that too, Rips. I lost 75K in like 2 hours YOLO trading options on a Friday afternoon. Cried to my wife that night. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's certain levels of trading that can absolutely bring you to your knees. And it's just soul crushing. Horrible. More traders should discuss their hardships rather than OMG, I'm the best trader ever type of content. I always appreciate how you talk about your difficult times in trading. Well, I mean, wins are easy to talk about. I think that opening up and talking about this type of stuff is the worst. It takes a real person to open up and talk about this stuff. I think it's valuable to share because if I can share this and it helps people mitigate from going through this themselves, although I do believe that there's a level that people need to go through to experience it to understand how bad the pain is, because then you realize how bad the pain is, you don't ever want to experience it yourself. I think there's a level that people actually need to experience it themselves, but I think talking about it at least shows that like it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Like this is going to be the hardest thing that you're going to be doing in your life, in my opinion. This happened to me too. I had a 12K XFA and put on a 5-lot long and lost all of it in minutes. Yeah, the exact thing of what I'm talking about. And everybody's at a different level. There's people who have lost millions of dollars in a day. They don't even flinch. There's people who've lost, tens of millions of dollars in a day. They don't even flinch. There's people who lose $500 in a day and it's soul crushing for them. Everybody's at a different stage. They're just whole numbers. It's just whatever. But it's the idea behind what it creates, the emotional response that you have to a certain trigger. And in this case, outpaced losses. Literally every trade went against me yesterday. As I put it on, it was a mathematical near possibility situation. I've been there, just stuck to the program, recovered by the end of the day. Congratulations on your recovery. Thanks for opening up. Bro, it's easy to talk about the wins, but showing the dark side of the game is so much more important. I think so too. By the way, we are coming down here. Is anybody short? I missed my short on this. I'm glad that I missed it because I was actually thinking that we were going to break above VWAP there since we did the same thing in S&Ps. Let's see what happens though. We are kind of refreshed liquidity above the VWAP and the S&Ps and came back down. JQ is short. Very nice. HD is short. Love to see it. Very, very nice. Influencers who never lose are liars. Glad Rip shares honesty. Dude, I've lost so much money in trading. Obviously, I've made more than I've lost, but like, when you're looking at your losses and there's so many that stick out in my trading career. It's been a long career. It's been 10 years, but I've had so many days where they stick out, but now I use them as lessons to kind of guide me. That doesn't mean that I'm a perfect trader by any means now. I still have emotional responses to things, but I know like when it's time to pull the ripcord. Rips, how do you get enough money to start day trading in the first place? I built and sold brands and I still do. But I started day trading in one of my offices when one of my friends, I think I talked about this probably 100 times now, but had friends coming into my office, or one of my friends came into my office and he was showing me that you could trade. And I thought you needed a license to day trade. And obviously you don't. And he showed me trading. It was J-Nug and J-Dust. He showed me trading And I got really lucky in my first week, and I thought I found the infinite money glitch, and I was hooked. I obviously was enamored with the whole finance scene when I was younger, you know, by movies glamorizing it. But I was always, I would track stocks in the newspaper. And I know that's going to date me, but I would track stocks in the newspaper and follow them along and kind of trade them on paper. Rips, why you are not at Top Step like you used to be. We want you more at Top Step. What do you mean? I'm on Top Step every week. What are you talking about? How did I? Yeah, that's been my schedule pretty much the entire year. How did it used to be? I don't know how it used to be. There was 1 month where I was on like 23 episodes, but that was just like 1 month, one random month. It Rips, how long does a payout take on Top Step for ACH? I requested it yesterday at 5 p.m. What should I expect? If you requested at 5 p.m. yesterday, I would say it's either going to come by the end of the day today or Monday. Usually it comes within 48 hours, but you requested it on the cusp. Trader Meister, I sent you a DM on Instagram. I'm probably sure it got lost in the shuffle, but sent you a DM there on Instagram. Rips, do you read the FT or Bloomberg? Yes, absolutely. Dakota shorted NKD. Nice. It never hit a stop loss. Holy smokes. Check the chart out if you want to see a banger. I mean, every single trade from Dakota is a banger, in my opinion. He's one of the greatest. One of the greatest to ever do it. Rips, I blew my Combine account so many times. Can you offer a discount code? If it's your very first Combine, if you click the link at the top of the chat, it will give you a discount. We do have news coming up in 7 minutes. Let's chat about it quickly here before the news does come out. And by the way, let's get these likes up so we can do some stuff here. 1,500 likes, we'll do a free Top Step Combine. And 500 likes, we'll do a poll. So at 8:30 this morning, which is in 6.5 minutes, we do have the advanced retail sales for October coming out. That's going to be released alongside the import price index. There you go. I almost blown my XFA today. Well, what did you do? What happened? Good morning, Rips. I'm invited to TSTV, but man, I'm afraid of being live. Then don't go. I mean, only go if there's going to be some derived happiness from it, right? Rips, what do you think news do market? Well, we have the advanced retail sales, so I do think that will do market for sure. Hey, Rips, what's on the ticket as far as news today? I'm driving, so I can't check. I just said it. Advanced retail sales and import price index. Then at 9:15, we get some industrial news. So the industrial sector might light up. We also get the Philly Fed survey of professional forecasters and the business inventories at 10. But that's it. I mean, it's going to be interesting news today, but that's pretty much it that's coming out. News is going to be out here in 5 minutes. Let's see if we can catch a trade on this. Congratulations to anybody who's short. That short is paying off in spades. Ribs, tips on holding a trade longer on one contract, small account. Yes. Do not ever pull yourself out of the trade. Only have a stop loss behind your trade that you are slowly moving as the trade moves in your favor. Do not move it too fast. Just take it slow. Take it slow. Did we take out the overnight high yet? No, we did not. We're not even close to that. No. Let's see NKD for Dakota's trade. Yeah, what a beautiful short. Woof. Goodness me. What a nice move that was. So after this news comes out, we'll talk about Powell's commentary and the notes I have on it as to why the market rolled yesterday. Hey, boss, I want to say I appreciated your remark yesterday about not comparing yourself to others. As a newbie, it meant a lot to me. Thanks, Wheels. I retweeted your tweet because I thought it was definitely impactful for the community. Brian Johnson says, I called it at the top. Nice. Hopefully you got some shorts there. Morning, Rips. I watched an interview that you had a few months ago. Is not the one with Justin, is another channel. Really enjoyed that interview, and thank you for the reels in order. It helps a lot. Nice, Vladimir. Thank you. Who was it with? That was probably with either My Investing Club or Austin Silver. Both were good interviews, I think. Rose, what would you do? I have 5 150K XFAs with $700 drawdown left. Haven't traded them in the past couple days. Not sure how to proceed. Trade in the micros only and don't trade anything more than 5 micros. Don't trade anything more than 5 micros. So for the expectation on this, we are looking at import price index month over month, negative 0.1%. The prior read was negative 0.4%. Retail sales, we are expecting 0.3% versus the prior read was 0.4%. So a drop in that, I think, would give the market a boost to the top side. We also have Feds calling speaking at 9 a.m. this morning. Hey, Rips, do you use time in sales? Yes, of course. We are bouncing at the 4-hour open right now. Big bounce. 27 all the way up to 38 here. 11 handles straight to the moon. Rips, from trailing your stop, how far would you let it go against the trade before you close it? You have to have that trade idea before you put the trade on. You should know exactly what your risk is before you put the trade on. So try to find something that has close to a 1.5 reward to risk or better. Let's see here. I have 250K accounts and I only trade 3 to 5 micros on NAS and gold. Keeps me from blowing the account, but can still make nice coin. Yeah, people underestimate trading smaller size, how much you can actually make. You can make quite a bit from one single lot. First time here. Glad to see a live stream to help me get switched over from Forex. Hey, welcome there, Victoria Ann. Welcome. I see a lot of people kind of vacating the Forex space for the future space, which I personally think is a great thing. I made 500 this morning on micros. See, James Hansen says I can make 800 a day on 5 micros. All righty, let's see. We are about a minute out now. About a minute out. Remember, it is Mopex today too, so that could be interesting. Tennessee Rob says, nice call out, Rips. I made 550 on the short from 838. Nice. And then 300 from the last 12-point pop. Thanks. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. It's my usual sleep score. I have it running right now, so I can't check. I'll tell you after. But I'm usually 70% or higher. Usually. All right. Order book is cleared out. Let's see. Remember, we're looking for 0.3% for advanced retail sales. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Check your positions. We're on the NQ3 minute chart. Not looking good. 31.2. We are drilling a little bit here. Wow. Drill and then a pop. Wow, this volatility. Empire Manufacturing at 31.2 versus 0. Expectation retail sales at 0.4%. For some reason, I don't trust this pop. Import price index at 0.3% versus a negative 0.1%. I do want to try a short here, actually. I want to see if we can actually hold this lower below 830 here. Let's see if we can break through here. And I want to see like 800s give out. But let's see. 846 below 846 is super strong. See if we find continuation to the downside here. Let's see. Right now it's holding at this 830 level. But if we do break through, I think we can bleed quite a bit. So let's see. Let's try to be patient on this one. A lot of liquidity down here, which I think we're going to go for. Let's see if we can break 800s. That would be lovely. I'm going to try to take off one here. Took off one to realize some profits. Put my stop at break even here. I want to see 800s trading out. I might have to take one more out here. Took one more out. Sorry, here. Yeah, I think we can break 800s here. That pop was so fake. I just didn't buy it for a moment here. This is the edge of the volume shelf, so if we actually cut below this, it's going to be curtains. We have to cut below this strong, though. So watching for 800 to give out. Watching here. And I don't know if they want to take it out yet. It's tough to trust this the way they're sorting this liquidity, so I'm going to try to put a limit buy right here at 812. All right, cool. So we made $5,000 today on that print on our XFAs. Go Team Rips. I think we only traded three contracts on that trade. 3 contracts. But here's the deal. Like this, let's look at Bookmap together here. Here's the deal. You want to avoid this first wash, right? You want to avoid this first wash. So we're waiting for that. Here's the clue of how we shorted this. Here's the maximum extension of the wash. Okay, and I know it did print higher. And look, we can actually break apart this order. You see how it jumps? Truly, this is the maximum extension here. You can see how this order is broken apart here, by the way. This is at the nanosecond level. So 862 is the primo of that print, right? 862, but I want to go back and consolidate it and see what is the actual maximum extension on that wash. And that's why I bring it back down like this. And maximum extension I'm watching is at 848. Are we following? Maximum extension of the wash, 848. So what I'm looking for is that if they max washed it to 848, where are they placing liquidity? Are they placing it above there as a cap, or are they placing it below as a stronger bid? Now this, obviously, having the circle be mostly offers, that says that on that wash, there's somebody interested in exchanging on the offer side. But it's also a brick wall because 848 is actually not the true extension, right? 862 was. So we're looking at something, technically, over 10 points higher. And now what happens? Up here, they're starting to put stronger offers. So that says to me that they weren't wrong to put offers there, and there are people continuing to want to sell this. Now, I'm not looking for a massive trade on this, but I have my realm of liquidity that we're going to probe truly planned out here. So we're looking for 868, in this case 842, all the way down to 803. But where does the kerfuffleation start? 827. If we get a true fade through that volume shelf, which is right here, we can target that liquidity much lower here. In this case, it's at 802. So about 800 evens. Like, we want to call out the closest whole number to that. Now, as we have this drifting up here, if they truly want to take it higher, we're going to be looking for what? Let's go back in the book map. We're looking for the last positive extension somewhere up here in this range, 865. But not a single person was interested in taking it above that wash. So you're talking about 15 points much lower, and everybody's capping it off. That to me is a clue in for the shorts. Now, it doesn't mean that it's a guaranteed win on the trade, but when we start to see this drifting lower, and what do we see? Heavier offers, heavier offers, heavier offers, and nobody's taking that liquidity. But what do we see below? Very thin bids, which means that nobody wants to buy this, which means that cutting back down to our liquidity targets of 820, 813, 808, 802, those all make sense. And that's exactly what happened. We have that drift, and then look at supporting on the offer, supporting on the offer, supporting on the offer, and then here we go much lower. And look at, they're still supporting on the offer. So we're back down to that 808, 802 level. If we would have kept a runner on, sure, hey, we could have tagged a little bit more points, but I'm happy to make $5,000 on that trade. If you caught that with me, go ahead and drop a W in chat. John ML says, hindsight always 2020. Right, but we nailed it in real time and we traded it in real time. John, I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm going to have to hide you forever when you're negative like that. Sorry about that, friend. You know, it's that kind of stuff that, we get that kind of commentary from the community. That's the kind of stuff that makes me just want to jump off stream and go straight to the Discord. It's people like John that say stuff like that. Because it's just like, well, then why am I here? Why am I here giving out free alpha for, I'm spending my morning here to hang out with everybody. What's the point of if that's the type of community that we're talking to here? It's just sad. It's sad because, John's probably hurting. John hates to see somebody that's doing this in real time. And it's like, it's weird. It's just strange. And that's their only comment ever on the channel here. Oh, Johnny boy. Oh, Johnny boy. How about this? Next time I'm just going to say, hey, I took the trade because I flipped a coin. I thought I was going to get lucky. How about that? And then I'll just never explain my thesis behind my trades or anything or how I read Bookmap in real time. John, maybe you should go back and watch yesterday's stream as I called price in real time reading the order flow. I think John went long too. John probably got all hot and bothered by the market shooting back up, and John probably got long and doesn't know how to read order flow. And John was our exit liquidity for our simulated XFA trades. Wasn't that just lovely? Is there a way you can rewatch old streams just for you, Julio? I'm going to go ahead and drop a link for you. I'm going to drop a link to yesterday's stream just for you. Let me go ahead and grab that for you. Here you go, buddy. There you go. That is yesterday's stream. No, John, I always like to, we haven't had very many trolls lately, so I always try to find one. But John, as I was explaining the thesis of the trade, John goes, hindsight is always 2020. Nah, he didn't even say anything that bad, but it's just funny. As I'm like mid-explanation talking about why we took the trade when we took it. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, we have 502 likes. Let's go ahead and do a poll. Like I said, we got 2,200 people in here watching. Thank you, every single one of you, for tuning in this morning, sharing our mornings together. I do appreciate it quite a bit. If we do get to 1,500 likes today, I will give away. You know what? Since we didn't give away any free Top Step Combines yesterday, we gave away 2 free months of Clubhouse. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give away 2 free Top Step Combines the moment that we cross the Rubicon of 1,500 likes. Was not 2020 Hindsight Capital is freaking live. I know, right? You can still trade it live, make $5,000 in front of 2,000, 2,200 people. And for some people, it's just not enough. It's just, you didn't do enough for them. It's good stuff. All right, here we go. Let's start a poll. Will the NQ end the day above or below? We can't use 219 anymore because by golly, we're so far away from it. You know what I'm going to use is 20,785. Above, below, and then, okay, here we go. Will the NQ end the day above or below 20,785? Hey, Ribs, what do you think about bookmap indicators, stops and icebergs, market pulse, et cetera, et cetera? It will cost you more money. It does slow down things if you're trying to trade momentum a little bit, depending on your computer's processing power. So that is something to take into mind. But I think it's worth trying out for a month to see if it's good for you. I like running Bookmap almost completely raw. Goolsby is speaking right now. He's a non-voter this year, but remember, he will have his voting rights next year. He says the long arc remains. Inflation has come way down from top and jobs have cooled to near full employment. So that is kind of what's buoying the market right now is Goolsby's commentary. He's live right now on CNBC. So keep in mind today we are going to be having somewhat of a precarious session because it is monthly options expiration. It's MOPEX today, which means that all of your monthly contracts are expiring today, which means that usually if there's a large institution that's in a contract, they might have to roll out of it. They might have to realize profits or losses, but their whole MO usually is to be delta gamma neutral. So we could see a lot of push and pull in the options market, which could then create a very tight and constrained market. Sometimes we do have extreme bouts of volatility on days like today. So keep that in the top of your mind as you're trading today. Need a solid hardwired PC and fast internet. Yes. By the way, if you are in the market for a PC, the computers that I do recommend, because I get the question a lot, if you are going to be running a lot of screens and you are going to be running a lot of applications and you want to have the lowest level of latency, I do recommend getting a main gear PC. You get what you pay for, but I think that they are the best in the biz when it comes to PCs that you could buy for trading. Perhaps just skipping this day, I think that's not a bad idea there. I think that you can actually benefit from it quite a bit. Let's go back here and read some comments. Let's see. Positivity, I don't have great means, but your stream is invaluable to me. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. Are these wicks at 807 showing indication for a pullback? Right now, we are seeing this bounce simply because Goolsby is talking right now on CNBC, and he's saying a lot of things that are kind of negating what Powell said. Remember, Goolsby's not a voting member yet, but in 2025, he does have his voting rights. He says 12 to 18 months, we'll see a neutral rate. Interesting. Because they said that 12 to 18 months ago. Rips, you ever try footprint charts? I used to trade on them exclusively. Price ladder, footprint charts. But then I discovered Bookmap and I found it better for my trading style. Julie says, I'm all done. 3.3K. Nice. So I'm golden for the weekend. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Nice work there, Julius. Way to go. Yep. Third Friday of every single month is MOPEX. And then sometimes we have triple witching. It's not quad witching anymore, but there you go. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of these chats. Rips, just want to say thanks for all the wisdom. I've blown a few combines and even an XFA, but passed another about a week ago or so. And I'm primed to take my first payout. Much love, man. Nice work there, Dave. Hey, Rips, still learning Bookmap, but if I understand correctly, after a newsprint, you look for liquidity stacked above the newsprint for longs and vice versa. It's not that simple. There's a lot more to it. We can have liquidity stacked above and the market can just go right for it. It depends on the context of the print, if it's good or bad for the market, and the pacing of it. You'll often find that if you're using time and sales, you can watch simply for the heartbeat of the market to slow down at a certain price level. And if there's rejection at the price level, you can find an easy short. If we're coming down and the market is losing liquidity and all of a sudden the heartbeat of the market starts to turn off and we find a lack of sellers, then you can look for longs. I mean, it's very contextual. That was a very contextual trade that we used Bookmap to our favor on that. Thank you for that Bookmap read. That kind of drill down in-depth analysis really helps understand liquidity. Awesome. I'm glad you appreciated it versus John, who did not. Poor John. John, it's going to get better, buddy. I promise. Rips, I brought the barbershop. Thank you for your advice, brother. Leveled up this year. 5 active XFA accounts, 2 payouts, new shop. Boss up or be boss around people. How about that, bad dogger? There you go. Nice work. Main Gear currently has Black Friday deals now. That's awesome. Thank you for that, Glockman. Yeah, if you are going to get yourself a PC, thank you, Alan. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Give it up for Alan in here. if you are going to be looking at a PC, definitely get it during the Black Friday deals. Don't ever be worried too about like, oh, if I buy it now, it's going to be obsolete. Like Main Gear has really good, dude. They're let me see what the website says. I'm not sponsored by Main Gear. I don't even have a Main Gear, but I get this question all the time, and I see people that search for like trading computers, and then they get served these ads from these 2-bit companies that are just like literally trash. Quick ship PCs, no. Black Friday sale. Let's see. Gaming desktops, and then there's like a pre-built thing there. If you're, I mean, and I would get a GeForce, any of the RTX GeForces there. The 4090s, I mean, you can get a really good one with a 4090 in it for under $4,000. The MG1 Ultimate, that's very, very good. That's going to last you for the next 5 years. That's less than $1,000 a year, I mean, for your PC. And if you're working every single day, you're trading on it, I mean, that's going to be a very good thing for you. You're future-proofing yourself, right? So maybe spend some payouts on that. I have Main Gear, 7 or less than HP Omen, same specs. How is it, and how long have you had it, Billy? I'm curious. No better deal than the M4 Mac Mini. That's a really good one as well. The new Mac Mini is tremendously good if you're an Apple platform. Very, very good. NinjaTrader will not work on a Mac unless you're running Parallels, though. If you are trading on NinjaTrader, however, TopStep X will work on all platforms there. Ripsky, make a separate YouTube video on how to read Bookmap. There's plenty of videos out there on Bookmap's free YouTube channel about it. And the way that they read it is different from how I read it. It's everybody's different. Just tune in every single morning. We go through these live reads on Bookmap daily. I tested trading on bad low-end laptop, did not lose more. There you go. Intel or AMD? I like Intel personally, although the new AMDs are a little bit faster, but I've been an Intel guy for a while. I have a 14900K in my current computer. I built this one myself, but AMD has shown that they are quite a bit better lately. So it's a tough question, but AMD probably is what I'd pick today. Have I ever been to Australia? I have not. Rips, have you ever explored algos like Futures Analytica? No. So listen, if you are going to buy or rent an algorithm that doesn't require you to tool it, and what I mean by that is that you're giving the algorithm specific operations to execute, there's no such thing as a person who's going to sell you an algorithm that will produce consistent gains for you. Because if there was, they'd be using it themselves instead of renting it or selling it to you. Very simple. So if anybody out there is telling you like, oh, we just need 50 grand to start, we have this algorithm that's producing all of this alpha, all you got to do is just, deposit 50 grand in this account and do this and blah, 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 or even like $195 a month. I mean, it sounds great, right? They use cute little graphics and flashy web pages to get you drawn in. But at the end of the day, if there was anything that you could get for an affordable price that would produce alpha, I mean, you get what you pay for. It's never it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, and again, if there's one where you are formulating the operations for that algorithm, that's different. There's no shortcuts. I get it. We all look for shortcuts. When I first started trading, I had so many indicators on my chart because I thought that's how real trading worked. That's how it looks in the movies. So many indicators on my chart, I could barely even see the price, the current price underneath all of my indicators. It was ridiculous, but it looked cool, had a lot of cool colors. It looked like it did in the movies. But there's no shortcuts. It's grit. It's losing. It's losing over and over and over. It's finding what works for you. Everybody's got a different style. Dakota doesn't trade anything like I do. I don't trade anything like Dakota. Nick for a Tick trades completely different than I do. Everybody trades different. I just compare myself to some goats, but I don't trade the same as you. You don't trade the same as me. We're all different. Find what works for you and lean into it. That's it. Bots are tools. You have to know how to use them. You cannot set it and forget it. No holy grail. Unless you show up to your desk and you look above you and it says, welcome to Goldman Sachs. Maybe, Bookmap is colorful. Yeah, Bookmap is colorful, but it's not like an overlaid indicator. I'm just seeing price in a certain way that makes sense for me to interpret price. I am keep losing now since forever and nothing has changed. 1 month great, 1 month S. Like always, it happens. It happens. I mean, I had it where it was every single time I'd have a very big day. It would take me 2 days, 2 weeks to lose all of those gains, if not more. Stick with it. It's going to happen. Okay, last one. Do you ever play after hours or do you focus on volatility? It depends. It all depends. I used to trade a lot of after hours. I would trade a lot of pre-markets when I traded small caps. Again, most trading questions usually come with it depends. Working at Goldman Sachs isn't glamorous. Very bland offices. Yeah, sounds about right. Rips never sweat haters like John. I don't. We just make content out of it. Probably childish. Oh my goodness. That's a fun one. The funny thing is you will not stop losing. Even after 20 years, you will still lose sometimes. That was the hardest part for me to understand, not rationally, but to fully accept that on a mental basis. You know, Joey Ingram has a podcast with Phil Ivey. Phil Ivey is a legend of poker. If you ever paid attention to the story at Bobby's Room with the corporation versus Andy Beal, Phil Ivey was the winningest player of the corporation. I believe that he had a session against Andy Beal where he won $13 to $20 million in one single session for the corporation. He's been around for a very long time. He's been around since I was very young playing poker. And he has a lot to say about it, where he says the people that he still sees around in the realm of poker are the people who can accept that you will have losing streaks, losing sessions, and they are disciplined enough to not let that affect them on an emotional level. And this is why I love poker, because poker plays so well into trading. It's the same thing for trading. The sooner that you accept that you will have losing trades, the sooner that you will grow as a trader, because you're just going to have losing trades. It's part of the business. Sometimes it feels like those losing trades and those losing streaks will never end. It will feel like that, but that's just not the way that it goes. Eventually, you'll be back on top. You'll be reading the market perfectly, and your trade ideas will work. We go in slumps in trading. We go in slumps in poker. It's normal. It's normal. And if you can't accept that this is the normality of this business, then guess what? This business is probably not the right business for you. And that's just being hard with you. That's being completely honest. If you can't accept the fact that you're going to have losing streaks in this game, then find another game to play. Seriously. You're going to have a lot of losing sessions. You're going to have a lot of tough trades. You're going to have a lot of times where you feel like, dude, I click the button and the moment I click long, it goes straight down. Dude, I click short. The moment I click short, it goes straight up. And this could happen for weeks. It could be happening for months. It's part of the game. It's all about how strong are you at conditioning yourself mentally to accept that this is part of the game, that you can grow from it. It's going to happen all the time. D-Nag's losing the last few years in WSOP and then got a bracelet this year. Exactly. You have to stick with it. It's resilience. It's resilience and patience that gets you far in trading. It's not the flashy, people think like you're going to make 10,000 a day and 100,000 a day and it's never going to stop. It's like, it's not like that. Look at people who were on the Top Step leaderboard who made like $250,000 in like a span of 2 weeks. They have not returned to that leaderboard since. Now, I don't know if they were doing any kind of trickery or something like that, but do you think that they just decided one day to wake up and they said, you know what, I'm good with not making $250,000 every 2 weeks? Or do you think possibly they're trying and it's difficult? Everybody's trying, right? Everybody's trying to be a really good trader out there. It's not like, I wake up every single day and I say, I don't want to be the best in the world. Of course I want to be the best in the world. I know that I'm not going to be the best in the world. I try to be the best person, the best version of myself, but I know that I'm nowhere close to being anywhere in the top 100,000 traders in the world, the top million traders in the world, probably, depending on how many people actually trade. But I'm trying still every single day. And I think that that's what we should reflect on. Are we trying our hardest every single day? Are we growing from our mistakes every day to become the better version of ourselves? Because who gives a flying about anybody else? It's you. The last time I checked, this is not a team sport. This is you versus you and everybody else. So maybe it's time that we stop focusing on everybody else and we man or woman the up and we focus on growing better ourselves. Stop worrying about everybody else in this game. Worry more about yourself than anything else. Seriously. And if you can't suck it up and come back with the reality that, you know, it's going to be tough from time to time, go find something else. There's plenty of things that you can do with your life outside of trading, but you need to be real with yourself and accept the fact that you're going to have these times where it's like, it feels like nothing I'm doing is working. You're going to have those days. You're going to have those weeks, maybe months. Maybe it's time to take a break. Maybe you're at that level where you can't take it anymore. Take a break. Take a week off. There's somebody that was so close to quitting. They're an MC. They've been an MC, I think, for over a year now. They were so close to quitting. And now this person literally took, I think they got their accounts like to $27,000, took a $13,000 payout. And this person was like on the edge of quitting. And I said, dude, take a break. And they're like, how long? I said, until you know that it's right. They came back like a week later, just chatting to me in the DMs. And they're like, should I continue to go back? Should I continue on this break or should I go back? And I said, well, how are you feeling? They said, I'm still kind of upset about how much I've been losing. I said, well, then you know. They said, okay, I'm going to continue on a break. I didn't hear from them for 2 more weeks. So I assume they took about a month away from the markets. Came back without even telling me. And then like 2 weeks into it, they messaged me and they're like, everything changed when I took that break. And again, this is what I try to preach on this channel. Stop like chasing this thing and beating yourself up, because if it like a break can solve things for you and make everything better, dude, take the break. Take the break. It's not even like it's you're just going to be away from the market for a little bit. And everybody's like, oh, if I take a break, I'm going to miss X, Y, and Z. Dude, there's going to be X, Y, and Z right around the corner. Like all the time. All the time. All the time. I did that with 3 contracts, by the way. 3 contracts. We traded 3 contracts in our XFAs, copied it 5 times, so we're up $5,100 today. Hey, Rips, last 3 days, I start awful and almost hitting my DLL, and then I have a crazy streak, and I'm ending up in the green. Any advice on how to improve and avoid the rough start? Trade smaller. Ease yourself into it. That's one thing that would always catch me off guard when I was doing really, really well. I'd have very strong days, and the next day I would go in with this confidence, overconfidence, I would soon discover. And you're coming in with this massive size, and then you're just sitting there and you're like, dude, why am I losing so much? Well, because you're coming in overconfident and you're thinking like you're the best trader in the world, and you're slamming size when it's like you haven't even warmed up for the day. It's kind of like doing your stretching before. Maybe you start out in a practice account and see if you're reading the market well. It's okay if you miss some trades, but trade your session. Like if your session is only trading the pocket of news that exists from 8:30 to 8:45, obviously don't trade in a practice account and expect the news to trade after 8:45 if that's what you're trading. If your pocket of time is like 9:30 until 11:30 in the morning, yeah, maybe take some practice trades in the beginning, see if you're reading the market well, and then trade your actual account. Confidence kills, it's true. Rips, we need more people like you in the trading community, more positive energy like this. Helps everyone, not the negative energy like someone else. Try to be positive. That's why Top Step TV is good too. People complain about the house count, but it is a reminder that trading is so hard. It's true. It's also very difficult to multi-person a trade. It's very, very difficult to do that. Multi-person a trade. It's like very, very difficult. All right, we're coming up to the top of the hour. Do we have enough likes to do a giveaway? Let's see. We are at, come on, 896 likes. We could do better. 1,500 likes. It's Friday, folks. Let's reach down, tap the like button. 1,500 likes will give away 2 free Top Step combines. Very, very easy to do. Taking a break took so much pressure off me that I made up. See? That's from Broccoli here in the Discord. Yeah, it's so true. It's so freaking true. Thank you, Scott. Don't be like John. That's funny. Rips needs to have Mohammed as a special guest one day to get all of his likes for the day. Yeah. Exactly. I'd love to give away some free Top Step combines, and I'll give you the choice too. You could pick a month of Clubhouse or a free Top Step combine. And I just want to give people free stuff. That's what I like to do. Did you receive the email from Ninja Trader about an invitation test, the beta test for the new Ninja Trader Arena? Sounds familiar. Let me see. Ninja Trader. Is it not? I thought it was one word. Maybe it's in this one. Hold on, let me check. It sounds familiar. Like I swear I got something similar to that. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I didn't. Ninja Trader Arena. Let's see. Ninja Trader Arena. Nothing's coming up for me. I thought it sounded familiar. But yeah, I guess I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of like a Trading View competition or something like that. I got a notification about that. Rips, do you have a giveaway of Clubhouse membership? Yeah, if you win, you can pick between a free Top Step Combine or a free month of Clubhouse. Either way. It's up to you. Whatever you want to pick. It's your journey, your life. Can I have a Top Step XFA, please? I asked them before, back when I had like a stack of like, it was ridiculous. I had like 45 past combines. And I said, hey, can I give away one of these past combines? They said, absolutely not. So no, I can't give away XFAs, but I can give away combines. I lost a hit PDLL today of 150 and cannot be happier. People listen to Rips, take payouts when qualified. I had 16 on XFA and was about to lose it, but locked myself out and took 26.60 first payout. Give it up for Alec. Nice. Still can't believe you ate pickleball. I like tennis. I mean, I'm sure if you asked any tennis player if they wanted to play pickleball, they'd be like, nah, I'd rather play tennis. We still have not broke below 800 here. How frustrating is this for people who are trying to short this thing down below 800? Hey, Rebs, when you took a break for 6 months from trading, did you study your trading or just completely did nothing? Completely did nothing. And I'm not kidding. I did, like, when there was shorter term breaks, I would still focus on charts and try to read the market. And, you know, I had it like completely locked out so that I could not enter into the market, right? Had a broker lock on all of my accounts. So I literally could not enter the market. It would say like, even if you tried to click the button to trade, it would say like something like execution error. It was when I was trading on DAS and Sterling. Anyway, it would pop up with an error message and say like, this account is not permissioned to open, to have, it's like, this account is not permissioned for opening trades or something like that. So I had it like broker locked. But no, I literally would, whenever I take a break, I'd broker lock my accounts. And then I'd also just, you know, mainly like look at charts or anything on shorter term breaks. But like on longer term breaks, I would literally, I mean, the longest one I took was a 6 month break. I didn't look at charts. I didn't think about the markets. I didn't pay attention to financial news as best as I could. And that was it. Heroes, can you tell the market to go to data lows? Yeah, sure. Go to data lows, market. Go below 800. Do it. Am I watching the fight tonight? Yes. I'm suckered into the entertainment aspect of that. And by the way, I don't know if you folks saw this, but everybody thought that slap was fake. It didn't look fake to me on the onset. But then if you look at the replay of it now, Jake Paul was stepping on Tyson's foot and Tyson was wearing socks and Paul was wearing shoes. So I thought it was a real slap, even though, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like that was a real slap. I can't wait to see the fight. I'm excited. I mean, call me a sucker for being conned into wanting to have some fun, but it's on Netflix. I already texted a couple of my buddies. I said, hey, let's go watch it at a sports book. And they're like, yeah, it's on Netflix. So maybe I'm just going to watch it here at home with the wife. Who do I think, Tyson or Paul? I want to see Mike Tyson win because, I mean, I used to play Mike Tyson Punch Out. I used to watch Mike Tyson all the time. I watched live when he went for a snack on Evander Holyfield's ear. That was awesome. That was savage. Hey, Anne-Marie, good to see you. I really want to see Tyson win. I really do. I mean, I don't really care. Like, Jake Paul is Jake Paul. I think he's a fantastic marketer. But I really want to see Tyson win. I really do. Out of the Paul brothers, I prefer Jake. My flavor is more to the Jake side. I'm not a big fan of Logan with how much he has scammed the financial community, namely the crypto community. But personally, that's funny, Alex. Personally, I'd like to see Tyson win. And I'd love to see him like put forth like some insane effort. I mean, you look at the size of Tyson's legs compared to Paul's legs. It's like night and day, dude. It's like tree trunks versus branches. Rips, have a nice cup of STFU. Okay. Wait, why is this person still here? How did they actually make it? How did they make it this far? That's funny. Tyson needs to catch him early and often, and Paul look like Last Joe. Yeah, that's somebody that posted that meme right here in the chat. For being 58 years old, Tyson looks jacked. Yeah, I mean, it's insane. He's absolutely insane. I'd love for Tyson to win, but age is just such an equalizer. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I'm sure Paul is loaded up on some juicy juice. You know, I don't know if they're even testing for this. Is not like a WBA fight, right? This is not like sanctioned by the WBA, is it? There's no. Do I think both of them are natty? No, absolutely not. Marcello says, thank you, Rip. See you on Monday. Have to go to work right now. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for stopping by, Marcello. Hey, Rip's a 50K account. How would you trade slow that account? I would trade only on the micros. Trade no more than 5 micros. Gives you a chance to scale into what I would call full size at 4. And then you have one extra topper at 1 to make 5 if you really want it. It is sanctioned. It's the World Boxing Association. It is WBA. And this is for the heavyweight title. That's insane to me. That's absolutely insane. Rips, are the MC levels on TradingView? No. The Spaceman BTC levels are, but not the MC levels, no. Let's see here. I heard a rumor that the contract said Tyson is not allowed to knock him out. I mean, there's always going to be rumors like that. The result will be included on their professional record. Wow. That's actually insane. That's absolutely insane. Dude, I can't believe John went and made another account because we're talking so much smack about John. That's pretty funny. Poor John. I feel bad for John. Poor John. John's gonna be, you know what's funny is like there's some person that was on Twitter. I'm not even joking about this. I don't even know if I want to give this person attention, but it was so funny. This person's on Twitter and like you look through their post history. It's really funny. Like they're going on every single comment and they're like, yeah, Rips is the worst. Rips is the worst. And then like somebody finally is like, why don't you like Rips very much? They're like, well, one day he was on stream and he said that he f***ed my mom. It's like, dude, you do realize I didn't actually f*** your mom, right? I didn't actually go to your house, waste my time, and f*** your mom. Like, I actually didn't do that. Like, you know that, right? Unless I did, but I didn't. But still, it's like, this is so weird. Like, this person like has spent like their entire Twitter career making sure people know Rips is the worst. And then the reason finally came out one day on stream. He said he f***ed my mom. Who does he think he is? Oh, goodness. Rips, how does the free combine work? Do you cover the first month and afterwards we pay the $50? No, it's free until you pass. Free until you pass. Hey, Rips, enjoy these streams. It helps me on the mental side of trading. I'm happy. Are we breaking 800s for realsies this time? Look at how much liquidity there. And we're not actually breaking through them. I have a lot of nemesis. Like there's nemesis, I guess you would call it. There's literally full pages where people like have like they take screenshots of if a trade is in the red, they take screenshots, they'll post it on their Twitter account and be like, yeah, this guy sucks. Like, dude, you're spending so much time. Like, stop worrying about other men. It's crazy. Really weird. At least he would have a sick trading coach as a stepdad. Oh, you people are undefeated. That's too funny. All right. Are we close? Because we have 20 minutes till the open here. We're at 1111. Can we just bump it up just a little bit, please? I want to do a giveaway. Please, can we just do a giveaway? It's Friday. Please. Let's do a giveaway. Like Scott says, hit the like. Every strong leader has haters. I have an inordinate amount of haters, I think. I think, too, it's a lot of people where English isn't their first language, so they have trouble following what I'm saying or in trouble in detecting when I'm being extremely sarcastic. Report in 4 minutes. Correct. We do have the industrial production, the capacity utilization, the manufacturing production, all coming out. Rips, your sense of humor is so full of sarcasm. Not funny at all. Just stick to trading. I feel like you are being sarcastic. Pips Hunter. New lows on NQ incoming. We are here and now. Let's see if we can actually hit this low, which is the previous month high. That's what we're going for here. We can understand you completely, but cannot speak like you. I mean, but I'm telling you, there's some people that where English isn't their first language, where some people like, and I'm like, I don't think I'm the first trader in the world. And then they're like, he said he was the best trader in the world. It's like, I said the opposite of that. Mine's Spanish and still understand. There you go. Yeah, we have a lot of folks in here that can still understand it. Breakout trade to the downside? Perhaps, but we don't have enough liquidity yet. We're coming right against a newsprint. And if we don't get, we just need 285 more likes. 285 more likes. We'll do a giveaway. We'll stick around. We'll trade the New York Open together. We'll have a lot of fun. I really want to do it. Ribs, please don't be sarcastic. Focus on trading. LOL. Please go and drive your Ferrari. Yeah. I can do an Italian live translation. Ooh, that's sick. Does it do like the slang words? Like booty blasted? What is the translation for booty blasted? Oh, goodness. I truly don't understand why if people don't like you, they don't just leave. Like if following you just hate takes so much energy. I don't know. People are bored. I don't mind it. It creates content for us. We're back above 800s here. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. And plus, it actually bumps up the subscriber account because you can't chat in here unless you're a subscriber. That person was so offended by getting muted, they went and made a new account. And they subscribed, and then they got muted again. Never to be seen. Ribs could stream once from his Ferrari while teaching us. I've thought about that. I can actually do that. I can actually stream from my phone. I've thought about doing that. I don't know. Maybe that, I think it'd be kind of pretentious and stupid, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do that one day. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Nice. I haven't had Taco Bell in a hot minute. That food is disgusting. I'm sorry, Taco Bell, but maybe it's maybe they've improved since. But dude, that food is disgusting. It is so terrible. I used to like it too when I was a young lad. Walking home from school, stop in and get, what was it, like a 99-cent bean and cheese burrito. Sustenance, baby. Hot minute for sure. Don't stream for the car, please. No, yeah, nah. I probably will never do that. The only good thing from Taco Bell is the steak burrito. I've never had that one, I don't think. You know what I used to love was like the thing inside of the thing that Shaq used to do the commercials for. It's like the taco inside the soft shell thing with the beans, and it was good. The chalupa was okay. A little bit too greasy. Double decker, yeah. Double decker was heat. The double decker, dude. Which, by the way, don't ever do that at your friend's house. They'll get upset if you ever leave them a double decker. All right, let's see. We have 5 seconds here. Good luck, everybody. Del Taco's way better. We all know that. Month over month, we're expecting 0.4% in the negative. Let's see. Oh, that's an upper decker. My bad. Sorry. Minus 0.3%. So 10 basis points hotter than the expectation, but in line with the prior month. Yeah, in line there. Is the Dow doing anything on that? Nope. All right, folks. I'm giving it 2 more minutes here. We need 188 likes. 188 likes. We stick around. We trade the open together, and we can do this. That's it. Right here and now, baby. How to get those levels on there? Spaceman BTC. Boop, 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 boop. On TradingView. TradingView, not available on TopSubX yet. We're so close. We're so close. We have 1 minute, 10 seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds. We are so freaking close. We are so close. Let's make it happen. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Shimon then. Oh, come on. 1377. Oh, we're so close. 1394. 45 seconds to go. Come on. I want to stream the Open together. It's always so much fun. We crushed it yesterday. Made like 20 G's yesterday trading the Open together. It was so much fun. 30 seconds. Giveaway. And we stream the Open. Come on. Shimon then, bro. Rips, quick question. The darker the line on the book map, the bigger the offer indicates small resistance break of this signal for sell or buy. It's contextual. So it depends is the correct answer. 15 seconds. We're so close. 10 seconds, everybody. 10 seconds. Oh, man. We are so close. Oh, my gosh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1491. All right, everybody. We got very close. We were so close today. I hope everybody has a great weekend out there. It is Friday. I wish you all the best, happiest Friday in the land. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early. Don't go anywhere if you're in the Discord. I'll see you there. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Friday. If you're going to drink and drive, you should go and just stop doing that. Don't drink and drive. Call a Lyft. Call an Uber. That's where you want to be. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be blessed. Spend time with friends and family and be